Hello. So today we're going to have a look at making a planter box. So I'm going to talk you through what you're going to need, materials and tools, and you can have a go at making one if you've got the right bits and pieces and if you've got somebody to help you. So what you're going to probably be able to put in these is something like salad, herbs, maybe tomatoes, maybe flowers. You could put it on a windowsill or you could put it in your back garden, up to you really. So if you have a look at this one that I've made, this is kind of similar to what you might make. So it's got a long side, as you can see, and a shorter side, and then in the corners we've got these corner posts, and that's what holds it all together. As I say, some of you have made these at school, some of you haven't, so I can send out, or I already have sent out the instructions on a sheet anyway, but this is just an extra video to help you. So what you're going to need is, you're going to need some wood, and this is all stuff that I've got lying around. So I've got some pallet wood, and then I've got this sort of 1x1 that I'm using for the corner posts. Basically you can cobble one together from whatever scrap wood you can find really. Tools wise, you're going to need a screwdriver and a drill, some drill bits, some screws, saw and a glove, and I've got a mitre box here, but if you haven't got one of those that's fine, and a tape measure. So the first thing you need to do is measure the space where you want it to sit, because there's no point in making one that's massive if you've only got a small space. There's also no point if you've got enough materials, you can make a slightly bigger one. So I've measured a windowsill, and mine is going to be around 75 centimeters long, which is about that, and it's going to be about 25 centimeters deep. And I'm going to do it so that it's 2 planks high, if that makes sense. So the long side will look like this, and then we'll have the corner posts in the middle, in the corners. So measure your space, collect the materials, and then the next thing you're going to do after you've measured your space and decided what dimensions you want to do is you're going to saw up all the wood. Okay, so now you've measured your space and cut the pieces for the long side and the shorter side. So as you can see along here, that's going to be my long side, and I've decided to make it 2 deep. Now, in order to get your corner post measurement, what you're going to have to do is measure this, because pallet wood isn't necessarily all the same size. So on there, that's about 19 centimeters, I would say. So that's what you're going to have to do to get the measurement of your corner posts. Once you've done that, you can take a bit of wood like this, and we'll have a look at how deep that is, and then you can measure and cut your corner post to size. So I'm going to do that, and then I'll get back to you. I've cut the corner posts to size. Now I've done them ever so slightly longer, if you can see that, and that's just because the pieces of wood that I've got for my short side is actually ever so slightly wider. So in order to accommodate that, I made the corner posts a little bit longer as well. Now the next step is to secure the corner posts to the end of these 2 bits here. So what you're going to do is put it underneath and get it nice and flush with the end there, like that. Line that up so it's nice and flush. Again, these are slightly too long, so I might have a little bit sticking out the end. And then you're going to drill pilot holes here and here. So you can either do 1 at either end, or you can even do 2, 2, 2 and 2, up to you. Once you've done your pilot hole, then you're going to fix these bits to your corner posts with screws. And you're going to do that on each corner of the long bits. Okay, that's the next step. I just thought I'd show you what I meant when I was describing it before. So as you see, we've got the corner post. Now this is going to go there like that, and you're going to line up so it's nice and flush. Put one under the other side to keep it level, and you're just going to get it square and flush at the bottom there, and then drill your pilot holes. So as I say, you can do a pilot hole here like this, and on there like that. Once you've got your pilot holes, then you can put in your screws. So one here, so. Another one here, like so. And that's that one done. And then the next one will go like that. So you repeat the process there. And then you do the same at the other end with your other one. And when you've done that, what you'll end up with is one that looks like that. As you can see, like that. And as I say, I cut these a little bit long so that the side pieces, because they're a little bit wider, will go all the way up to the top. Okay. So next stage, after you've put your corner posts on, is you're going to put the end pieces on. Now, as you can see, you're going to get it nice and flush and square, and then you're going to drill your pilot holes here and here. Now, I'm going to have to put the phone down in a minute to do that. Once you put your pilot holes in, it's the same process as before. You're just going to screw it into these corner posts. I've screwed the end pieces on to the corner post, and I would say probably the easiest thing to do next is to flip it over, so like so, and then you can put your other two end pieces on this edge here, and that leaves you free at the end to simply attach the last long section, and then that will be the main frame done. That's now attached there, and the other one at the other end. So now if we lay this down, it's going to start to look a little bit more like what we're aiming for. Now the last thing to do is to put your remaining piece in here. Now that's going to slot just in there like that, and then you will screw through where these are through into this one. So it might take a little bit of jiggery pokery to just slot it in there, but that's what we're going to do next. So it's probably easiest if you do it lying down. If you want to stand it up like you did before, that's also fine. So I'll do that and then we'll come back. So there we have it. So as you can see, we've screwed this second long section on, and that's really the kind of frame of it finished. So what you'll find is that it's probably a little bit wonky, probably a little bit uneven, but that's fine. It's made out of recycled wood, so the idea is that, you know, this is supposed to look homemade. It's not going to look like a piece of furniture you bought in a shop. If you're going to use this on a windowsill rather than in your garden, what you'll probably have to do is screw some wood along the bottom to create a bottom of this, so it's like a box. Otherwise all your compost's going to fall out when you put it on your windowsill. Otherwise, if it's just in your garden, you can put it on a patch of grass or on a patch of patio, fill it full of compost, and it'll probably be okay. If you've got any like plastic sheeting that you wanted to line it with, that would be even better, because it means that all the compost's not going to fall out. But just make sure you put a few holes in the bottom so that the water can drain out properly. And that's basically it. So have fun. I know I said it was finished before, but I've changed my mind. Now it is. So I've lined it with Mypex, like that, and also put a bottom on it so the compost doesn't fall out. Now what I'm going to do is fill it full of compost here and plant some seeds in it. And that is the end. It's going to go on my windowsill. Good luck.